All right, we're going to try. My computer's like full of disk space and I don't really know. I never think about it until I'm on this call. And then I'm like, oh crap, like I got to find a way to clear stuff. I don't know. So I'm trying to record on the cloud. Hopefully I can find the recording once we're done. We'll see. But happy Thursday, happy payday. And honestly, this is like happy 7 days until the big, huge body wide push. I bet everybody on this call, everybody listening to this call is like 7 days. I felt like I had forever. I felt like July 20th was so far away and holy crap, how am I supposed to make all this happen in 7 days? Because wow, that came a lot faster than I expected. I bet I nailed a lot of feelings on that one. I bet you feel the same way because I, too, when I woke up this morning, I was like, wait, July 20th is next week? How is July 20th next week? I don't know how that happened. It was like literally already almost a month since we've been at Summit. That is insane to me. It's also the week, it must have been like, this is the week that Summit was before it started being in June. It was like this week. So my time hop is full of like other Summit experiences and has me so excited for next year already. And I know that that's insane. I've already told work that I'm taking it off like literally a year in advance because I can't wait. And this July 20th push is a testament on how fast time really goes. Like, so it will literally be here before we know it. And I think that that is the coolest thing. So before we really dive into today's call, the first thing that I wanted to mention, and this is more of a reminder, it's nothing new, but don't forget that Success Club points are dollars towards the Success Club trip. And if you're brand new, or maybe this is like foreign to you, we have an opportunity as body partners to take a huge vacation together every March or February, depending on where it falls. And it is somewhere tropical, it is somewhere amazing, and it is somewhere so magical. And you can literally pay to go on that trip. So you can, there's no requirements. You can just sign up and you can pay for it. It's something that once you decide to go and you get on the opt-in list and you get an invitation. So it does take an invitation to go, meaning you do have to have some level of Success Club points to get the invitation. But then they send you a bill quarterly for this trip. And if you've earned enough Success Club points in that quarter, you pay nothing and you just move on to the next quarter and you try again to try to get it covered. If for some reason you didn't have enough Success Club points and you didn't quite earn enough, they'll send you a balance for whatever's left over after your Success Club points. So I kind of kicking myself. My husband made me upgrade. I did learn the hard way that you can't pay for the upgrades with your Success Club points. Those come out of your pocket regardless. So I had no idea. Maybe I would have done the basic room. I don't know. But I've gotten everything paid for except for my husband's upgrades. So I am each quarter, you get an update on where you're at and how much your balance is. Mine was just the balance of the upgrades because obviously I couldn't pay for those. So if that's a trip that you're thinking maybe I might want to do, I encourage you to go on our team page and search, or go in the FAQs and find the opt-in list, the Success Club opt-in list. There are 2 different waves. I believe my husband and I are doing the coconut wave. And I can confirm that if you want, before you actually book, if you want me to double check mine, like shoot me a message. But I'm pretty sure we're the coconut wave. So get on that opt-in list. And then what happens from there is you get an invitation once they go through the list of people with their Success Club points, right? And they start at the top and send invitations. And as people either pass or you get more Success Club points or whatever the case may be, you may receive an invitation to accept. And when you join the opt-in list, you're not committing to anything. It's just you saying, I might want to go. And I've literally joined the opt-in list every single year. And I've never went on this trip prior to this year, just because I was like, well, maybe I want to go. Then once you get your invitation, you have 48 hours to make a decision. Do I want to go or do I not want to go? Keeping in mind, if you in that moment don't make your decision to go in 48 hours, you can get back on the list and get to the bottom of the list again. And there's still a chance you'll get another invitation. I've done that too. So don't feel like, okay, I got to decide. I'm going to go, not going to go. Oh, I'm not ready to make the commitment. And then you just pass and you can never go again. Nope. You just hop back on the list. You wait for another invitation and you make your decision then. So all of the information is out on the website. There's a Success Club trip website. You can see where we're going. You can see the hotels. You can see all the waves. You can see the payment plan options. Just in case you're not hitting the Success Club numbers you want, you'll have an idea of how much the trip costs. Regardless, it is like the most affordable vacation you could probably ever take. And oh yay, thank you for dropping the link. It is the most affordable trip you could take, and it is for you and whoever you would like to take. So I'm taking just my husband. We're choosing to go no kids. You can definitely take your kids if that's something that you want to do and make it a family trip. So totally up to you, but I wanted to make sure to mention that. I don't think we talk about it enough, and I don't want our team to miss out on this opportunity to all go on vacation together. I think that would be so fun. And it's different than Summit. On Summit, I also expect everyone to go, but that's less of a vacation and more of a work trip. So the Success Club trip is like chill by the beach, hang out, sleep in, order room service. Summit is like get up, work out, go to class, go here, like whatever, come home exhausted. So those are the differences between the two, and definitely a different vibe. So that's there. If you're interested, hop on the opt-in list. Let me know as we get closer if you're going to go, if you're taking a husband, if you're taking a friend, if you're taking your kids, and we'll hang out. We'll meet up. I don't even know where we're going. Punta Cana, maybe. I booked it. I need to get my passport updated. You do need a passport, right? So I need to get mine updated to be able to do that. So that's there. And I hope that I see a lot of you there. And I hope if you don't go this year that you pay attention when it happens and get it on your radar for next year. There's no fault if you don't go. I've been a coach for 4 years and I've never went. COVID played a big role in that. That wasn't all me deciding I wasn't going to go, but don't beat yourself up if you don't go your first year. Okay. Next thing I wanted to mention, Cassie and I just hosted a coach info call. Yes, it's Heather went on that trip. So you can go peek her stories. Her and Trav got to do that trip, just the two of them in March, which was really, really cool. So Cassie and I just hosted a coach info call. I am hoping that I can find the recording, and I'm gonna intend to load it on YouTube and share the link to that. We did not use a slide deck. We did not go into affiliate, partner, customer, the full-time, we literally kept it on why. How do we fit this in our busy lives? How, as somebody who has a full-time job, do we do this? Why in the heck would we do it? We kept it very, very specific to that and allowed the emotion to kind of come out as it felt natural, and gave them an opportunity to reach back out if they wanted to join the team. So I encourage you guys, if you want to share that call, to do it. What's really cool about Cassie and I hosting it is you've got somebody who's been in the business for 4.5 years and somebody who's been in the business for 4 months. So you're hearing it from two different perspectives, from two different places in the business, which I think can be really, really powerful, because sometimes it's hard to hear from somebody like me who's 4.5 years in, and it's hard to visualize yourself 4.5 years later, right? Like, I get that. That's why I love hosting them with somebody newer in the business, so that they can see that it's literally for everyone. And I just encourage you, if you send the link to them, that's where those follow-ups become so important. Like, if you send the link, be sure to check back in with them within 24 hours to say, were you able to listen to that call? Did you have any questions? I can't wait to introduce you to the team, those types of things. I know we've had a lot of conversations going in 47 different chat pods. I realize it's a lot. I hope that it's not overwhelming to you guys, but I'm really trying to focus us in so that the right content is going to the right people. I think somebody pushing for Emerald is very different than somebody pushing for Diamond, and I want to make sure I'm giving the content to the right people. And I think we've done a good job in those chat pods sharing different conversation pieces, different tips. And I hope that that's helping you guys with your conversations. But one thing that I've really been, a couple of tips that I use is number one, assume the answer is yes. Assume they're already hooked, they're ready, and they're 100% committed. And that's the way I have my conversations with them, right? So when they ask for more information, I'm like, yay, I'm so excited that you're excited to do this. I'm so excited to share this opportunity with you. You're absolutely going to love it. And then another tip that I use is to get them to say yes before you ask them to join you, right? So things like, man, I really struggled with my energy mid-afternoon. Do you struggle with energy crashes too? Do you think something like this could help you with those afternoon energy crashes? Like, yes, I struggle with that too. Or I was a huge overeater. This nutrition plan has taught me how to like actually eat within my boundaries. Would something like a personalized nutrition plan help you see success, right? See how I'm making them say yes. And I make them say yes multiple times. And then I say, all right, are you ready for me to put this in a cart and send it over so you can check it all out? And they're like, yes, 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 boom, yes, right? Because I already got them to say yes. So rather than jumping to, can I send you a cart, right? And that's like, I don't know that I'm ready for a cart. Like, whoa, slow down, assume that they're hooked, they're ready, they're doing this with you, and they want to start on Monday, and then hammer them with the yeses, all the things, get to their pain points, touch base on those. If they say they're struggling with 10 pounds, okay, so we're going to focus on your fitness and your nutrition. We're going to pair it together. How good are you going to feel when we get that 10 pounds off you? Are you excited? Yes, I'm so excited, right? And you just get them going, and with that mindset that they're already going to say yes. And then even if you go to that piece where it's like, all right, I'm going to send you the cart and they're not quite ready, you can say, no problem. I totally understand. I'll check in with you in a couple of weeks and see if that's a better time for you. Right. And then that allows you to put them on the follow-up list. They know you're coming again, so it's not weird when you follow up. And then it's your job to follow through and follow up with them. And that's where success happens, because you keep doing that month after month. That list keeps growing. And you go from there. One thing that I really like in the 28-day action plan is, we started with building a list of contacts, right? So we have this list of contacts. I think it's really, really important, you guys, that you have your list readily available with you at all times, whether it's a digital copy, whether you're a paper and pen person, whatever works for you. And I don't mean like you physically have to carry it with you, because for me, I'm a paper and pen on my list, but I'll jot them down and come home, right? And then get caught up on my list. But keep this list. And then every time somebody likes your post, comments on your post, engages with you in a story, add them to the list. Okay, that's how you grow your list. It's not just going to follow new accounts. It's when they engage back, put them on your list in any way, shape, or form. So we do the work to go out and watch their stories and comment on their stuff and engage with big accounts and all these things that we've been taught as far as how to connect. And then it's our job to make sure that those people are getting to your list as they engage back. And then that's when, this list isn't necessarily just an invite list. Of course, you're going to invite these people, but it's also a list for you when you need to go do your connecting. Okay, I'm going to go to the top of my list and I'm going to work through the top 10, and I'm going to go connect with their most recent activity, right? It gives you that place to work from. And then for me, I highlight them when they sign up, because that's also a way when I want to go check in with my people who have signed up, I can go and just go through the highlights, right? And check in on them and how have they been doing? Again, I think Amanda McLean touched on it in her call. You have to find the process that works for you. What I do isn't what works for everybody. I know a lot of people lean into the collections on Instagram. That was a total flop for me. Streak was a total flop for me. So you have to lean into what feels right for you. And for me, it was just simplifying it. Like, stop overthinking it. If they talk to you, put them on a list and then check in with them every single month, every single week, whatever the case may be. If they're not putting a lot on social media, it gets a little hard to like continue to engage with them. That's where, when they're watching your stories, you can respond back with like, hey, so you caught that story about my dog barking when UPS and FedEx showed up at the exact same time. Pretty nuts, huh? Right? Like, just, I don't know, get that conversation going. So that is a big tip that I have. And I have heard some, I don't want to say negativity. That feels like the wrong word, but like, oh man, I've been inviting so much and I'm not really getting the response, right? Like, I'm not really getting. And I challenge you to put yourself in their shoes, right? It is middle of summer. The kids are home. Their daycare maybe isn't as consistent as the school schedules were. Sports schedules are coming and going, and we're in the midst of season changes for some of us. It's fair for those of people like, there is a lot going on for people in the month of July. Your invitation to get started with them may feel overwhelming. I don't have any extra time. Now is not a good time. There is no way I can fit that in my day. I don't have the energy. I'm exhausted by the end of the day as it is. They just don't know how to fit this in their schedule. So I encourage you to take every single no. Don't just let it end at no, but find out why. Why are they actually saying no? Because what they say may not be what they actually feel, right? They might not go into the emotion behind it, but I encourage you to be a human and have an actual conversation with them. If they say no, you can say something like, I totally get it. Are you feeling like super overwhelmed and busy in July too? Let them tell you why they're saying no. And then I want you to take their why and I want you to put it in a post combating that objection. Talk to them without saying their name. Talk directly to that person. Do you ever feel like you have absolutely no time in July because you're running to fair and you're running kids here and you're still trying to work and you're doing all these things and you finish the day and you're exhausted and you flop on the couch with absolutely no energy? I felt like that too, and then you fill in the blank, right? Like, whatever their no is, combat it with an objection and explain how they can overcome that. And all you're doing by doing that is you're going to build the belief and the trust that they can do this, that this is the perfect time and that they are ready. And then when you follow up again, or maybe it doesn't even take the follow up because maybe they send you a message that says, I see your post, I'm ready, right? Because you're talking directly to them. So if you're getting 15 no's in a day, you've just got 15 content posts ideas, right? Unless some of their objections are the same. And then you realize maybe an area that you're missing as a coach of sharing about, right? If your combat is always it's too expensive, then maybe you're not sharing enough of what the value is. And that just gives you a direction to head in your posts and in your stories. I actually was watching somebody's stories on the team and I saw the invitation to join, but I sent a message to the partner on our team and I said, I love that you're asking people to join, but why don't you flip the camera around and show them what they're getting? Show them the workout platform, show them that you're following a program. Because I think sometimes if you're just showing your workout clip, do they know you're following a trainer? Do they know that you're following a calendar? Or do they just think you're going in a room and lifting weights because you know what to do? Right. And it may or may not speak to some of you, because some of you may already do that and they know you're following a program and you're doing those things. But for some that I noticed, I was like, wow, they could be just like lifting weights on their own. And you're asking people to join you and they'd be like, I don't know what to do. I don't have, barbells at home or whatever the case may be. So being able to share things like, you don't have equipment at home, like check this out. You can actually search by no equipment. And we have all these programs where you could start your journey and believe that you can do this before you invest in weights. Because I didn't have this giant, beautiful weight rack when I started. My goodness, I had like some mismatch, whatever. I didn't have that. I started with a 20-minute no equipment workout. Right. So take the time to slow down and show them and share with them what they're getting. Like, because maybe if you're getting price objections, they don't know, right? They don't know. They just think you're getting, somebody to do it with, to do workouts with them. And for them, they're like, that's not really worth $200. No way, So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps guide your conversations. And get your follow-up list built, and get you feeling like you have somewhere to go when you have a work pocket of time. Because I know what it's like to sit there with intention to work and then not really know where to go next. Like, okay, so I'm going to work, but like, what does that mean? And I think it really takes you taking ownership of the fact that this is your business and you need to create your own momentum. You need to get a follow-up list going. You need to get a system going that you know where to find your people when you're ready to connect, when you're ready to invite, when you're ready to follow up. Do you know where to go? That's your list. That's not, I can't give you that. I can't tell you who to go follow up with and who to invite and who to connect with. You've got to know that. Like, of course, people in your stories is always, a good housing of names, but it's not the only option. I also realized this week, I felt like I shared my mint brownie batter Shakeology a lot. And I still have people asking me like, whoa, what is this? What's the recipe? And for me, that was like, holy smokes, people really aren't seeing the content that we think they're seeing because we're sharing stuff so much. So just again, a reminder, if you think you've said it a lot, say it again, because I'm telling you, there's people out there who still haven't heard it, which is just insane. And I'm still noticing it, and I'm still having that like 4 years into it, right? Like that still just blows my mind because I feel like I've like beat it to death, and they're still not hearing it yet. So, okay, so we started Chop Wood, Carry Water this week. We're on day 4 of that. I am, and I don't know how everybody is doing as far as their communities go, but I am obsessed with what we've got going on right now over here. So we have an ongoing Fit Fam community, but my ongoing group, that's where everybody's at, who's got access, who's doing whatever. And I have a chat pod for Chop Wood, Carry Water. And what this has allowed me to do is I don't have 2 check-ins. I don't have 2 places to go and comment on everybody's posts. And even outside of just me, it's given my people who are doing Chop Wood, Carry Water a space to go in. Last night, it was blowing up. My triceps are killing me. My shoulders are so sore. My wrists are weak. I'm gaining so much mobility. Like they started just being human. They were just having conversations. The chat pod, and I've been trying to share in my stories comments like, I didn't want to get out of bed, but then my phone started dinging with these notifications and I was feeling like I didn't want to do the workout. And then everybody was saying how great it was. So I pushed play. Thank you for that push. And I started to realize like I've been trying to do like a ongoing group and then a focus group and running 2 groups. But then my people who are already in there have 2 places to check in. And there's all this like, I didn't like it. This is the answer for me right now. And I'm so excited about it. So when Chop Wood, Carry Water is done, the next time we do a focus group like that, and I don't know if I'll do it for every body block or kind of what the plan will be going forward, but when I can get people in a group to, honestly, my next one will probably be in September. So we'll do this one together. I might not do one in August. And then September, I'm doing 4-week gut protocol. So I'm going to put everybody who's doing 4-week gut protocol in a chat pod. And that space has been so magical, allowing people to talk throughout the day and not just drop their one post, right? And do their sweaty selfie, but yet give them a place to communicate all day with people. And I've just really, really liked it. So I wanted to share it with everybody here, just in case you're, needing something or wondering what to do or want to try something new. Hi. She's so cute. That is really, really working for me, and our teams right now. And I think that is super, super cool. And I really like it. So hopefully that helps with you guys. Okay, I think next week is our next new partner mentorship. And I'm still on the fence on the exact right way to run a mentorship. I tried the last two that we've done. I kind of feel like I've been like, nah, like not great. So I'm still like experimenting on exactly the way that we want to get these people fired up and going and seeing success right out of the gate. Regardless, it starts Monday. So start talking about the opportunity. We'll get them in a chat pod and get them going together. Probably leaning into the 28-day action plan, but with a little bit more focus from us, and not just sending them off for 28 days on their own. I feel really disconnected from the people following the 28-day action plan. I don't know where they're at. I don't know what day they're on. I don't know if they're stuck. I don't know if they're actually doing the work. Like I feel super disconnected from it. So I want to be a little bit more in tune with it. But that's the plan for Monday. So talk about it, invite to it. But you guys, we got a lot of work to do in 7 days. So I want everybody to like take off the I can't do this hat, take off the this is stressful hat, tell yourself it's hustle season, and see what you can accomplish in 7 days. Like if you just went, for lack of better words, I know there's kids around, but like balls to the walls for 7 days, what can you do? What can you make happen in 7 days? And that's kind of the momentum that I just want to take into the next week. I'm not pushing you to like make you stressed out. I'm not pushing you to make you uncomfortable. I'm pushing you because I want you to see what's possible. I want you to know what's possible if you really do the thing. So does anyone have any questions before we end for today?
So if you guys have like a new follower come to your page and they're watching your stories and like obviously like reach out to them and whatever, but how long do you wait to invite them?
Almost right away, especially if they're staying in your stories.
Okay.
Or I will try to take the conversation there. So I always end with a question. So when I say thanks for joining, was it the fitness journey that brought you here? Was it my kids' sports? Are you a softball mom? Like explore their page a little bit and end with a question to understand what brought them there. And typically they'll respond with like, oh, I'm a busy mom too. Like I got a lot of kids and I've really just enjoyed watching your stuff. And then that's when you can say like, oh, are you on a fitness journey too? Do you work out from home too? Do you follow anything also? And just get the conversation. You guide that conversation to the invite. So I don't have like a set number of days or a set number of conversations back and forth. I just say like, take that conversation where you want it to go. Like set them up to answer the questions so that you can get to an invite. Like we're not beating around the bush here. We're not trying to whatever, like, thanks for being here. Are you also following a fitness routine? Thanks for being here. Do you do at-home workouts too? Well, I did in the past, or no, yeah, I do, or no, I wish I did, or, and then boom, you got an invite, right? Like ask the question to get the answer that you want to give the invite. So, but I do it right away. Literally my message is thanks for following me. I'm so happy you're here. Are you also doing at-home fitness? I start there. Or it, if I can see on their page something, I'll connect that way, but I still bring it back to fitness or nutrition or whatever based on what I see on their page. Any other questions? Janelle, thanks for joining us from the fair. Anita, thanks for joining us from your classroom. You guys are all incredible, and your commitment to this team is like, just fills me up. It makes me so excited and it makes me want to show up. It makes me want to be better. And I appreciate all of you. So, all right, we will end on time so everybody can get to work. Let's go crush the next 7 days together. I'm so excited to celebrate everybody on next Thursday. And even if you don't wake up the rank you want, think about how big these Team Cycle bonus checks are going to be if everybody goes on hustle mode for 7 days. They're going to be incredible, and that's worth celebrating. So have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys soon.